Hi guys, DK here from KaroroCAD. Today I'm going to be taking you through how to get started with KaroroCAD.online Wing Designer. Wing Designer is a new application for KaroroCAD.online. It is most certainly in beta, but over the next few months I think you will be seeing quite a few improvements and more features added as we work on this. The purpose of this video is to just give you the minimum amount of controls to allow you to get started, save and reload files, that sort of thing. So if you were to go to this address, which is listed in the video description below, you will open up this page we're currently seeing in this video. Now, KaroroCAD.online will work on phones and tablets. However, we highly recommend doing design work within a desktop environment and with a desktop browser. I'm currently on a Windows machine with the Chrome browser, but this will work equally as well on Mac OS or Linux with any modern web browser. We do highly recommend the use of a mouse for navigation within this 3D environment. With a mouse, your left button is used to rotate the view and allow you to see all parts of the kite, our wing in this case. Your right button allows you to pan up and down, and the scroll wheel will allow you to zoom in and out. If you end up in a situation where the wing is off the side of the screen, you can come up to this icon and click Zoom Extents. This will bring the wing back to the middle of the screen. The other icons here are the full screen, allowing you to toggle between a windowed mode and a full screen mode. It gives you a little bit more real estate to see your design. You have the ability to toggle your parameters panel on and off. And then finally you have camera views. So you can change from this perspective view to top view, bottom view, and various side views, which definitely allow to see more detail of the wing as you're working on it. For now, we'll go back to perspective. The first drop-down menu here is your controls menu. The first control allows you to switch between a rendered view that we're currently looking at and a wireframe view. Wireframe being useful to see details of the wing that would otherwise be obscured by the rendered panels. You also have the ability here to turn off the heads-up display, this information that's sitting to the right-hand side of the wing. The other parameters in the rest of the menus we'll go through at a later date. We cover more in depth how to go through the process of designing a wing within KaroroCAD. The first of the design drop-down menus here is the size inputs, and we'll notice here that our target size is 4 square meters, but the actual canopy area of this wing is slightly smaller at 3.96. This is fairly typical of KaroroCAD, where the size parameter that you put in is a target, but depending on how some of the other panel changes are done with the other parameters, the actual size of the wing may be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than your target. In this case, we're just a little bit smaller. What you would typically do with the design is work your way through all of the parameters, getting the shape to what you're looking for, and then come back and adjust this to match a size that you were looking for. In this case, we're going to change this to 4.5 square meters. We'll go for a slightly larger wing. Now the entire wing has been scaled up to just under 4.5 square meters. If at this point we hit refresh on this browser window, or we shut and reopen this browser window, we would lose this particular design and all the changes we have done to it. So what we need is the ability to save a design to allow us to come back and do changes to it at a later stage. If we click on these three dots up here and come down to export parameter values, your browser will then download this file named parameters-export.json. We can then right button mouse click and go to show in folder. And here it is, this top file. We can rename this file to something applicable to the design that we're looking for. And that file is now saved in for us to use again in the future. I'll also take that and copy it to my desktop. Now if we refresh this page, we are now back to the original 4 square meter design. To open up the design that we saved, we click back on these three dots, we go to import parameter values, and then saved on my desktop is this 4.5 square meter wing. We can click open, and we've reverted back to where we were with the previous design. Once we have a design that we are happy with, we now need a way of creating the manufacturing files to allow us to cut out all of these panels from flat fabric ready to sew together. If we come down to the Download and Exports menu, we can click on the Create 2D MFG toggle. This will take a few seconds to calculate. And our top view will show us we now have a complete set of patterns of the kite laid out, or in this case a wing, laid out flat, including our bladder files and all of the panels. We can now enter an email address. And if we come back up to the top of the screen, there is this little box icon. Under here is Email 2D Design Files as a button. Now, we have to have created our 2D MFG file. We have to have entered an email address. Once we have both of those, we can click on Email 2D Design File. This will be processed. An email will be sent. When you receive that email, you will have a download link. You can click on that download link and a DXF file will be downloaded onto your machine. DXF files can be opened in all modern 2D and 3D CAD. In this case, I used Rhino. With the file open in Rhino, you can see we have all of the information required to cut these panels and sew them together. There we have it, guys. That is the brief introduction on how to get started with KaroroCAD.online Wing Designer. If you need any more information, you can email me at KaroroCAD@gmail.com or leave a comment in the comment section below in the video. Thank you very much.